Paul Garrett, a 60-year-old loving husband, devoted father and proud grandfather, shared his experience of cancer and the care he received before he passed away, alongside his Northern Ireland hospice community nurse, Rachel Turner.
Hadn't been sort of way well, and then I was brought into the Ulster Hospital where they discovered something in my pancreas, which turned out to be cancer. You gotta be strong for the people around you, never mind what way you're feeling. That was my attitude from the off. And my wife, Jennifer, took it a lot worse than what I took it. I took it bad, but I didn't break. And if it ever happens, tears start. I've no gurning. Not when I'm here, no gurning. So the smile comes back and we carry on as normal a life as we can. Telling people was one of the hardest things, really. Try to keep it away from the grandkids. They're all under 10, but you'd be surprised how smart they are these days. And one of the kids said to their daddy, has Paul got cancer? What can you say? You can't lie to them. I think that might have hit me more than any of it, really, you know.
From the very beginning, hospice support was part of Paul's care. With the support of doctors, nurses and Rachel, Paul and his family have not had to face this journey alone.
You know, it's my job to look after the whole family, not just the patient. Obviously complex symptoms, pain, sickness, you know, all that. We cover that every time I visit, but it's just about being that support for you, you know. And
absolutely.
knowing what Paul's wishes are and trying to make that happen as best that we can.
She's here whenever I want her to call, she calls, like this week. And she was only back from holiday, God love her, you know. But she was down to show off her tan, so if I get really bad pain, sometimes I do, Rachel's the one who'll make sure my dosage is put up, and that's done by the end of the day, like, you know. She got me a social worker, which was another thing, because finances comes into all this here, and whenever you know somebody like that's on the end of the phone for you, what more do you need?
Sometimes my approach to Paul's problems are different than maybe another patient that I have, so you have to tailor it to, it's very patient-centered, isn't it? You know, I know that drugs aren't your big thing, but so maybe we'll try something different, or do you just want to talk about it, you know?
Well, I've just talked about it and said, right, we'll just leave it for now.
We'll leave it for now. So then I'll check in again in a couple of days, and that's kind of how we roll, isn't it?
That's how we roll, yeah. Maybe be a wee bit of a hard patient.
You're awkward sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm
a bit awkward,
I do look after people at all stages of their diagnosis when they have a palliative diagnosis, be that dementia or whatever. It's not just, oh, the final weeks, the final days, you know, it's months and months that we've been together, and a lot of my other patients, it's been long term, and when it does get to that end, you know, it's a massive privilege to have looked after somebody for a prolonged length of time, and then to be able to give them their wishes of dying at home. It's just amazing.
I don't want to be morbid, but if it is an incurable cancer, and I would rather die at home than in a hospice or in a hospital. But who can pick who's promised tomorrow, you know? So you gotta take one day at a time.
We're having hard discussions sometimes about death and dying and pain and, you know, finances and grandkids and all that, you know, so you've got to have that kind of relationship, or I wouldn't be able to do my job if we didn't.
I know what's going to happen. I know the end story here, but I need to know the security before I go anywhere. It's not something you want to say to somebody every day, like, you know. I know I'm dying, so I need to get this sorted. The
need for services in all areas, especially in palliative care at the minute, is huge. My job is only 9 to 5, and we know that people don't get sick during 9 to 5. They don't, you know, they aren't in pain during those hours. It's weekends, it's nights, it's the whole picture, and you know, there is a need there for my type of work to be 24/7, 365.
I would really encourage people to do whatever can be done and get as much money in, because ordinary people need people like Rachel.